In contrast to the laser-firing Seamasters or buzzsaw bezel submariners of Hollywood spies, there is a real history of watches with cameras, microphones, and other hidden gadgets being utilized by intelligence services around the globe. In this video, WOE visits the International Spy Museum in Washington, D.C. to go hands-on with spy gadget watches, because in clandestine tradecraft, a watch can be so much more than just a watch. Watches of Espionage is curated by a former CIA case officer with a passion for timepieces. On the WOE YouTube channel, we explore the intersection of watches and the military, intelligence, and national security. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be informed when we release new videos.
My name's Chris Costa. I'm the Executive Director of the International Spy Museum. We're here in the vault in the center of the Spy Museum where we store our artifacts. I'm here with my friends from Watches of Espionage to give you behind-the-scene access to gadget watches that we have, and we have many of those watches on display here at the International Spy Museum.
Seriously, what the hell, Riley?
I didn't know you were making a move!
Hollywood's depiction of knockout gas and grappling hooks built into Swiss luxury watches is entertaining, but it's largely a fantastical product of creative screenwriters' imaginations. During his time at CIA, WOE was never issued a watch, and there were only a few times in his career that he leveraged specialized spy gear designed and implemented by the Directorate of Science and Technology, or DSNT, the agency's answer to 007's fictional Q branch. Instead, CIA case officers typically rely on low-tech solutions to build relationships, recruit spies, and steal secrets. Despite technological advancements, the art of human intelligence has changed little over thousands of years. That said, there are several examples of spies leveraging specialized timepieces as tools for surveillance and concealment. Located in Washington, D.C., the International Spy Museum has one of the world's best collections of espionage-related artifacts, exhibits, and interactive experiences. And for this video, we combed through the museum's archives for a closer look at some of our favorite real spy gadget watches. One of the better-known examples of spy gear being embedded in a timepiece is the German-made Hanhart Protona miniphone. The watch contains a microphone and was reportedly used to surreptitiously record conversations during the Cold War era. The Hanhart does not have a movement, leaving room for the microphone, which listens through a perforated caseback. A cord runs from the 9 o'clock side of the watch up the wearer's arm to a tape recorder worn in an easily concealed shoulder holster. Despite rumors of the miniphone's use by CIA and both East and West German intelligence agencies, verifiable examples of the watch's operational exploits are limited. However, a more recent exhibition of artifacts from Turkey's National Intelligence Organization, or MIT, displayed several wristwatches that appear to be the miniphone that were used operationally. WOE was even able to find an example for sale in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. In contrast to many other gadget watches, the Protona miniphone was a commercial off-the-shelf, or COTS, item, something that intelligence services are often hesitant to use without significant testing, evaluation, and modification. In surveillance operations, photographic evidence of a target is a valuable piece in the mosaic of intelligence collection and analysis. Today, digital cameras can be embedded in just about anything, and long-range cameras are capable of capturing real-time imagery, even in poor conditions. But that wasn't always the case. In the early days of the Cold War, capturing clandestine photographs of a target required up-close surveillance tradecraft. To suit this purpose, West German-based Steineck produced the ABC wristwatch camera, released in 1949. The watch required significant training and practice to capture an acceptable image while appearing to casually check the time. With the press of a button, the surveillant or asset could photograph clandestine meetings or a target conducting an operational act. With a fixed exposure and focal length, not to mention a limit of 8 images, the watch was useful only in ideal conditions and lighting. In theory, the Steineck's metallic dial and leather strap would allow it to pass initial scrutiny at a distance or in low-light conditions, but it would need to be concealed under a jacket cuff at a cafe or diplomatic function. Again, we have little documented evidence of the watch actually being fielded by an intelligence service, but that doesn't mean it never was. The most common question we get at WOE: where's the best place to buy a watch? Easy. Bezel. Bezel is a modern, tech-enabled marketplace connecting serious collectors and trusted sellers. With tens of thousands of watches and $750 million in inventory listed, they offer everything from a Rolex GMT to a Breitling Aerospace for the sketchier among us. And if it's not listed, their concierge will hunt it down. Every single watch sold goes to Bezel's headquarters for in-house authentication, checking for originality, aftermarket parts, and even cross-checking against stolen watch registries. If it doesn't pass, the sale's canceled, and their team will work to find you a replacement. Once it checks out, it's overnighted to your door, insured and ready to wear. Their app also offers 7-day no-premium auctions. If you want to buy a watch and mitigate risk, Bezel is where you start. Download the Bezel app or visit getbezel.com, because in this world, authenticity is everything. The digital Casio G-Shock has become one of the most ubiquitous watches used in the military and intelligence, quickly surpassing mechanical watches in government service after its 1983 debut. In the 1990s, the Bureau of Technical Services modified a commercial G-Shock by removing the quartz movement and inserting a small concealed pinhole camera over the digital display. Capable of producing a sharp image as close as 1 inch from its subject, the camera also provided enough resolution to identify faces up to 30 feet away. A modernized version of Steineck's ABC camera watch, the G-Shock Wristcam would pass initial scrutiny. However, the digital screen was replaced with a still image, and a cord ran up the wearer's sleeve to a 9-volt battery, storage component, and remote power switch. The time, which is still right twice a day, is frozen at 8:49 and 10 seconds. In the 1970s, CIA technical officers modified a digital Seiko to conceal a Tropel T100 camera inside. The purpose of the watch was to allow a recruited agent to covertly photograph classified documents and deliver them to CIA. The built-in camera was reportedly quiet enough that it could be used within a KGB facility or other sensitive location while unknowing coworkers were just feet away. The watch works by active concealment, meaning it functions normally as a timepiece when the camera lens is not visible. When the asset or a recruited agent rotates the dial nearly 180 degrees, it exposes the aperture at the 6 o'clock position. A button at 4 o'clock activates the shutter to take the picture. While it remains uncertain whether the CIA-modified Seiko was actually used by an asset, we do know that the camera itself, the T100, was particularly effective at collecting intelligence and was dubbed by some as the camera that won the Cold War. There are documented examples of both the T100 and later the T50 being issued to assets housed in fountain pens, keychains, and lighters, and capturing images that were later passed on to CIA case officers. Cold War intelligence tradecraft involving the transfer of messages, film, or microdots was common, often through dead drops or other impersonal agent communication methods. A concealment device, or CD, with a cavity disguised in an ordinary item would allow the agent or intelligence officer to securely transfer the information to the operational site, across international borders, or to the local embassy for transmission back to headquarters. Reportedly designed by the Soviet KGB's Operational Technical Directorate, this pocket watch would likely have been a boutique solution tailored for a specific asset or agent's profile. At first glance, it's a normal pocket watch that would not draw attention or scrutiny, but the back could be removed to reveal a cavity capable of carrying film, microdots, or a folded note. Ostensibly produced in the USSR, it is engraved with "Take Your Chance" text in English, as it would have been issued to an asset working in an English-speaking country. While not a gadget as such, even simple concealment devices played a key role in the agent communication cycle. Developed by the KGB in the 1980s for communication during surveillance and surveillance detection, this digital watch was reportedly worn by members of the KGB's 7th Directorate and used to receive messages with a screen that displays a series of predetermined coded signals. Team members were also able to transmit codes that could indicate hostile surveillance or direct team movements. The watch connects to the receiver through a cord that runs up the individual's sleeve and may have been connected to a vibrating device to alert the wearer of an incoming message. An abort signal transmitted from another team member could indicate hostile surveillance, which would trigger aborting the operation so as not to drag surveillance to the operational site, thus compromising the agent or asset. Similar to many other spy gadget watches, this model would only have passed initial scrutiny and didn't actually display the time. While the days of leveraging a traditional watch as spy gear may be behind us, smartwatches, like the Apple Watch, offer near-endless possibilities for espionage. Leveraging zero-day exploits, a type of cyber attack targeting a vulnerability unknown to vendors or the public, hostile intelligence services can remotely compromise a smartwatch to activate microphones, pull locational data, and conduct real-time surveillance. In some ways, the modern smartwatch is the ultimate spy gadget, with millions voluntarily wearing a sophisticated networked sensor on their wrist 24 hours a day. Every movement, heartbeat, and GPS coordinate contributes to what intelligence professionals call pattern-of-life analysis. The irony is that Cold War spy watches attempted to secretly conceal cameras and microphones, while today's smartwatches openly contain those same capabilities by design in a smaller package than we would have ever thought possible. Instead of a handful of modified watches issued to agents and intel officers, there are now hundreds of millions of connected devices constantly collecting data around the globe. This is why, despite technological advancements, many intelligence officers still rely on simple quartz or mechanical watches during sensitive operations. After decades in the field, these spy gadget watches tell the story of clandestine tradecraft better than any fictional Q-branch device ever could. They're not about lasers, grappling hooks, or marketing dollars. They're about concealment, subtlety, and the age-old craft of human intelligence. Some things never change. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and hit the bell icon to be informed when we release new videos. For even more, check out our website, watchesofespionage.com, for more content, as well as our collection of watch straps and other purpose-built tools designed for our community. Until next time, happy hunting.